Dustin with Starset on Rockin 101, the rock station.
All right, welcome aboard, gentlemen.
Thanks,
Hey, good to
Dustin.
see you.
Nice
My
to
name
meet
is
you.
Paladin.
Ron, nice
I
to
work
meet
with
you,
Rockin 101. Thank you for coming over. I appreciate it. Is this living the dream or what?
Yeah, getting there, you know, but there's parallel lines of how this plays out, and some of it's better than you expected, and some of it is way worse. So,
Well, tell me some of that stuff. Tell me some of those stories.
we can't believe the size of the crowd for some of these festivals, and we're on the side stage, so you never know if the people from the main stage are going to travel up to watch you, and when they do, it's an amazing feeling. It's probably the best feeling of the day, and some of the downfalls, pitfalls are we slept in a van last night.
In the van.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's living the dream.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to give you an opportunity to promote anything you want to promote. I want to get that done right out of the bat, so you get everything out there.
Our third single, which I think has the best chance to be our biggest song at radio, is Halo, and it just came out like a week ago, and we released the video this week as well, so we're excited about that.
Very, very good. And this is in support of which album?
Our very first album, Transmissions.
Okay, very good, very good. And when did it drop?
Last July.
Very good, very cool. All right, well, tell me some of the stories from the road, man. What are some of the ones you can share without having to, like, call your lawyer or something?
I don't know if there's any stories that we need to call our lawyer. Everything's pretty much been above board. But
that's good. That's good news.
Except trying to get into Canada, right?
Yeah,
that's
true.
Tell me this one. This sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're just paperwork, and we're in a mosquito-infested room that felt like we're about to be interrogated at any moment.
I mean, I love the guy, but they ask you a bunch of questions when you get to the border, like, are you carrying over $10,000? Do you have weapons? Do you have drugs? He repeated every question to us in the van as the guy's telling him to it through the window. So.
Yeah, it's like, do
way
you
to make
have
us look
$10,000?
more guilty.
He's like, who does?
Ronnie,
$10,000. Like,
do you have any drugs? He's
a-
like, Adam, do you have any drugs?
Yeah, like we're carrying a duffel bag of cash.
Come on, man. Like, no, we don't have any of that. No.
This is not the time to do that. I've been asking everybody as they come through, heroes, idols that you have looked to when you were growing up. Now that you've been playing some of these festivals, who have you met? Tell me some stories, good, bad, and different.
Yeah, first one that comes to mind is Ben from Breaking Benjamin. I found out he's a huge fan of the record, and yeah, it was amazing because I learned a huge amount of sort of songwriting skills through osmosis from listening to that band early in high school. And
I see.
Have him have that opinion was great. And then, now we're touring with them in July, so that's really cool. Other people, we've met a lot. That's the first one that really sticks out.
Yeah? What about you?
You definitely have some non-rock heroes, too, right?
Oh, that you've met that outside the industry?
Well, got to interview Bill Nye the Science Guy at a radio station.
Oh, wow.
It was super cool.
Oh, very good, very good. But you probably met some folks that you thought were cool. There were people you looked up to when you were in your formative years.
I'm totally drawing a blank.
He's still waiting to try to find Hootie and the Blowfish or something. We haven't played with him yet, so he hasn't met his dream.
Yeah. But we're close, man. We're almost there.
I'm waiting to be let down.
So you've been living out of suitcases for a while. You've probably been doing the road thing. How are you handling the road thing, the chaos, the anarchy?
We did Europe this year.
That
was a lot crazier than the U.S. We're back in the U.S. The band's not terrible, and we're doing hotels.
Yeah, and the anarchy. If you can bring back the self-induced anarchy, that's a good idea, you know?
Oh, okay.
We're not the band that just goes bananas every night, and then that just makes the life so much worse, so
I agree.
keep it together.
You keep it pretty straight and narrow then, I guess. Well, that's good to hear.
You have to, man.
Every once in a while,
constantly running,
let the guard down and go a little bananas, but...
Speaking of straight and narrow, are there any philanthropic causes that you've allied with, or any causes that you're championing now that you got this spotlight down on you?
Yeah, our band is actually a mouthpiece for the Starset Society, which is looking at the future and how technology might affect it in ways both positive and negative. And there will be a novel that comes out later this year that explains all of that.
That's really exciting.
And the record Transmissions is actually a soundtrack to that narrative.
Wow, that's awesome. So it's almost like a theme concept. The whole project was wrapped around a theme. That's great. Are you excited for the new Star Wars film?
Absolutely, yeah.
We're definitely geeking out and seeing those trailers.
We did that too. In This Moment, the guy from In This Moment was geeking out over Star Wars.
He's a huge fan of them. That's right.
We were on
the road with them, and he had a birthday, and the sound guy played the Imperial March while he was coming out. It was pretty awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'll have to intercut this interview with that one. That's perfect. So if you had to choose Star Wars, Star Trek,
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean,
All
Star
right.
Trek, the tech in it, the nerdy, geeky aspect of it is awesome.
Yeah.
But the production, at least of the originals, Star Wars, was much better, and it had a much more epic storyline. It had all of the pieces that make you
elements,
fall in love with it as a universe.
I'm
for me.
falling in love with you while you're telling the story, man. We're on the same page. I was playing this play-by-email Star Wars role-playing game here, and I'm like, excuse me, I got to post. I'll be right back.
That's awesome.
Very, very cool. The one thing I did not like about the Star Trek universe was the utopian, everything's been solved, everything's all fine now. You see the glistening steel and glass, you didn't see the raw.
Right.
Yeah.
So very, very cool. Tell me some more stories of your adventures in forming the group, coming together. When did you guys meet? How did it all happen? There's got to be some good grist for the mill in there.
Yeah, because the record is inspired by the Starset Society, the record was done first, incorporating all of those elements into the lyrics and the sound and the melody, everything. And then one of the songs, My Demons, ended up doing well at radio, so I'm like, wow, I got to get a live band together so we can do this.
I see.
And Ron had been there early on, but the other two guys picked him up through the scene back home in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, that's where you're out of,
Yeah.
Columbus? Okay.
And then we've been off on the road ever since.
It's been an adventure. So how long has this been from start to current? How long has this been going
The
on?
record, a couple, like 2.5 years ago.